Hi there, this is Voluminusos with Nutrition Design with you in mind, here for another Let's Do Dinner. But we are not going to make dinner. We're going to make dessert. So this is a pumpkin chocolate chip bundt cake. I think is absolutely smashing. And I did alter the recipe just a little bit, so it doesn't have as much sugar as actual recipe calls for, but it still tastes really good. So I'm really excited to show you how you can cut back a little bit on the sugar and the dessert comes out amazing. I'm preheating my oven to 350. So we're gonna have a 350 oven here, preheating for us. When this is ready, we'll throw it in there. It does take about an hour to cook. I will start with the wet ingredients first. Here are the eggs. So this doesn't really call for butter. So this recipe calls for vegetable oil. So you're cutting back on the saturated fat by not using butter, which is not bad. I used canola oil, heart healthy canola oil. I've got some organic pumpkin puree here. And pumpkin is just loaded with vitamin A and fiber and just so good for you. We are going to mix this. So you want to make sure that all of this is blended. And we're going to mix this into a homogeneous kind of mixture. We don't want to see the oil. We want everything to be mixed in really well. So there you go. Very simple. Now I'm going to add the dry ingredients. And actually what I've done here with my flour is 3 cups of flour. I have sifted the flour. That brings air into the flour and it just makes the cake lighter and fluffier. So I have sifted this. This is 3 cups of flour. There's 2 teaspoons of baking soda in here. So I'll just throw that in. And 2 teaspoons of baking powder. So you want to throw that in as well. So you want to mix that just like so. So that's ready. I think I'm going to put that in last. It calls for 2 cups of sugar. And I am putting 1.5. I think it's ample. Instead of 12 ounces on the chocolate chips, I'm going to do about 8 to 10. And you really don't taste a huge difference. Now, it's not a very sweet dessert, but we like it like that. I think between the sugar and the chocolate chips, it's absolutely perfect. I'm going to add the sugar. It calls for 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. Here's the cinnamon. I took the liberty to add just a pinch of clove, very, very little cloves. I think that gives it a nice kind of earthy fall scent, and I think it really will elevate this bundt cake. So we want to kind of scrape this down a little bit. You really want to incorporate all the ingredients really well, and you can't overbeat the liquid ingredients, okay? But you want to be careful about not overbeating the flour. So when you put the flour in, you don't want to overdo it because then the mixture can get really, really thick. And then it kind of stiffens the cake and it's not going to be as moist and airy. So you don't want to over mix when you've got your flour. The wet ingredients, you're totally fine. So now we're ready to put in that flour. So I'm going to put it just a little at a time. I just want to make sure that it's incorporated well, so the mixture is really, really nice and smooth. Here we go. I just speed it up a little so that all the extra batter comes right off of the beaters there. Got chocolate, you got pumpkin, you could add pecans, you could add walnuts. So look at that. It's really beautiful, okay? What we're gonna do is we're gonna put it in a greased and flour bundt pan. Just gotta be careful not to get it in the middle there. Here we go. Always clean the sides because that's going to burn. So there you go, my friends. Here is your pumpkin chocolate chip bundt cake. Huh. Compliments of Newport Collects. lovely little recipe book that I found in Newport, Rhode Island over a decade ago. I'm going to throw this in the oven, okay? And now I'm going to show you the final product. And here it is. It is absolutely a spectacular little cake. Look at that. Awesome. It looks extremely gourmet. It took 10 minutes to put together, an hour to cook in the oven. And what I am going to do, I'm going to take some icing sugar and just kind of dust it to make it more interesting. And it's just so pretty. You can put more, you can put a little less. And there you go, voila. Enjoy your food. All foods fit, people. It is really important to understand that if you're denying yourself of foods, then you're going to crave them more intensely. Just eat them, enjoy them, take your time with it. Try to taste all of the ingredients in the piece of cake or the pie or the cookie that you're having. You will enjoy it that much more. So if you want to learn more about how I can help you on your path or journey to wellness and weight management, please visit me on my website, www.mynutritiondesign.com, or you can drop me a message at vula@mynutritiondesign.com. I bid you adieu to good food, to your health, and happy Halloween to everybody.